Welcome to Sync Simple. Thank you for registering for your 14-day free trial. This video is to help you navigate through that process and help you complete your registration. When you set up your initial 14-day trial, you created your own username and password. So this is where you're going to go ahead and click on that link from the email and enter that in. And you're going to hit login. Once you log in, it's going to want you to put in some information. So in here, we're going to start with your company headquarter address. So maybe you have multiple locations, but make sure that this is the main headquarter that we're putting inside here. So let's do 14, 15. If you have a suite, you can put your suite number here. And I'm going to say this is in Chino, California. And this is where you can put your company phone number, is in this tab right here. And if you have an extension, you can put an extension. The next item in here you're going to see is branch and employee. So a branch is, think of it within your organization. If you're in multiple states, you're going to want to put states in here. If you're just in California, because like for this example, this company is just in California, then we would put the different counties that maybe they have different locations where their offices are located. So since it's in Chino, I'm going to do San Bernardino County, and you're going to hit add. Information added successfully, and it's going to bring it down here. Okay. And then employee. If you want to put employees in here, you can start putting their first, last name, mobile, and click add, and it'll start dropping them down here. But you also can add employees a little bit later on in the process as well. Once you hit almost finished, then you're going to see it's going to take you to your company profile settings as soon as you log in so that we can finish the rest of the registration. You'll notice that it's going to pull up My Profile. My Profile is your information that you put inside the system. So your first name, your last name, your mobile number, your email address, time zone. This is extremely important. We want to make sure that this time zone is correct for where you're located. So you're going to want to make sure that you always pick the time zone of you, the user, where you're located, because this is used to date and timestamp throughout the whole entire system. This address is your personal address. If you want to have that information in the system, you can. It is not a mandatory field. So we'll go ahead and leave that blank. I'm just going to go for all intents and purposes for this initial training where I'm going to go through all 8 of these steps. Again, branch, I already explained this is how we segment and are able to group different things together. So either by county or state would be branch. And then location is going to be the city of where the actual location of the building is, or your office. So San Bernardino is the branch, and I have an Ontario location. You might have multiple locations in San Bernardino. Maybe I have one in Chino as well. I have one in Rancho Cucamonga. So you can add multiple locations. The next tab that you're going to go ahead and see is the company departments. Company departments, when you add department types, this is so that when your employees send messages and they select who they're trying to reach, what are the different departments you want them to be able to have access to. So maybe you have HR, maybe you want to go ahead and add safety if you have a safety person, maybe you want them to be able to contact the CEO or an executive or a supervisor or manager. So whatever your organization has for the different departments for them, that would be considered administrative admin people with important information, we would want to add them into this drop down. Okay, you saw how easy you can just keep adding as many as you want. Company users, this is where you can add more administrative users. Remember, not everyone in your office that is maybe clerical should be an administrative user. This should be more your HR professionals, your safety, your supervisors, the executives, because they're able to access very important information with regards to employees. So you want to make sure you only have certain people who are qualified to be able to view and access this information. So you can add more company users here. You can do it a little bit later. We already have you, so you don't need to add another company user. Let's go to contact type. Contact type is referring to the emergency contacts. So let's add a contact, and we're going to say main office. So these, when in the employee mobile app and also in the employee web, there's going to be an emergency contact list in there for them. And so we can go in and we can add an emergency contact. And the name, I'm going to call it, I'm going to say headquarters, right? If there's a mobile number, we can have it. The phone number, we'll put our office number, right? And then you can put your address, right? So it was 1415 South Street, Chino, California, 91710. Okay, what other kind of emergency contacts? Maybe you want them to have the safety officer, or your whoever you have that's designated for claims. So maybe we have safety, maybe you have urgent care, because there's urgent care facilities around you, or maybe you have the local hospital. So you can use this put as many contact types and as many emergency contacts. You do need to at least have one in each field in order to keep going through the process, okay? So we went over contact type and we went over emergency contact. The last area that you have to do is the preset text message template. Basically what this does is it allows you to create the heading already. So maybe we say urgent, and then the message is please call the office. And we'll click add. Okay, and once you do that, now it takes you to your dashboard where you can now go in and navigate and use much more different tools within the system. I'm going to go ahead and stop this video here, and I will also do a second video which will show you once you're inside the dashboard how you can navigate through the system. Thank you.